What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Aleister Black's emotional plea, will Tony Khan ever bring in Hulk Hogan, nuclear backstage heat on a Smackdown superstar, more possible NXT call-ups, Roman Reigns' message to the fans, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. Hit the intro because it's now time for the news. Now our first story looks at Aleister Black's emotional plea. Now if you haven't seen it, you should check out a recent video featuring Aleister Black expressing his frustration over the current state of affairs and the fact that in this so-called advanced civilization, there is still so much racial injustice and hatred.
This racial bullshit is just, it's so unfair, man. You know, and I feel like embarrassed a lot of the times. It's just fucked up that we still live in a time where this shit is still going on. It does my head in, dude. Like, it does my absolute head in. Like, it shouldn't be this way. It shouldn't be this difficult. It shouldn't be this in a society where we're like so far advanced. Like, it shouldn't be this way. It makes no sense. But I can say that 100 million times, and it's not going to change a thing. And how do we approach it? We try to make people understand.
It's a powerful video as Aleister breaks down, showing how strongly he feels about this issue. Aleister is by no means the only wrestler who has spoken up for racial justice, but his are some of the most heart-stirring yet. Next up, will Tony Khan ever bring in Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan's ex-wife Linda Hogan made quite a controversial statement on Twitter, to which Tony Khan then chimed in and confirmed that both she and Hulk Hogan have been banned from all Elite Wrestling shows. Now obviously Tony Khan never watched Hogan Knows Best, as he doesn't know that that's actually Linda Hogan's ex-husband, but unlike Vince McMahon, who normally does things best for business, as they say there's never a burnt bridge in the WWE, will Tony Khan stick to his word and never bring in Hulk Hogan? Well, Dave Meltzer recently revealed in the Wrestling Observer newsletter that he told people from day one that he would never use Hulk Hogan. Meltzer even quoted Khan saying, "What he said on the tape long before George Floyd, I've told people I can't work with Hulk Hogan. How can I look my black friends, football players, employees in the face or myself in the mirror after things he said and has never given an adequate apology for? He can't blame what he said on the tape on the dangers of social media." Now even though WWE has now taken Hogan back, reinstating him into the Hall of Fame and bringing him in for special appearances, Khan believes Hogan is still a racist and obviously doesn't accept his so-called apology. But is this a right decision? Hogan is a big draw after all. Would you ever want to see him in the promotion? Let us know in the comments down below. Nuclear backstage heat on a Smackdown superstar. Now as we noted in a previous news video, Jackson Riker made a tweet that didn't please many people, thanking the President of the United States. With the President experiencing a huge amount of backlash at this moment, it prompted a furious response from many within the wrestling world, including WWE Hall of Famer Batista, Kevin Owens, Ricochet, Sami Zayn, ex-police officer Mustafa Ali, and even Riker's partners Steve Cutler and Wesley Blake have also almost condemned his comments. But whilst that's on social media, what about the situation backstage in the locker room? According to one person high up in the company, the belief is that Lale can't be fired for expressing freedom of speech, but that the locker room is fuming at him. Now of course, even though this can't affect his push, it's freedom of speech, he can say whatever he wants. It's obviously not a good idea in any circumstances to have the whole WWE locker room against you. Next up, Bobby Lashley talks solidarity among WWE superstars. The WWE recently issued a statement promoting inclusivity and condemning racial injustice, but how do WWE superstars feel about the ongoing protests against racial injustice? Bobby Lashley, who is scheduled to challenge WWE Champion Drew McIntyre at Backlash, spoke with Sportskeeda's Gary Cassidy in an exclusive interview and was asked what type of support he received from his fellow WWE superstars in the Black Lives Matter movement. I think with the superstars, at least the ones that I'm more close with, I think everybody across the board, we're on the same team right now, I think. I don't think anybody's looking at our situation and saying anything negative towards it. Everybody's on the same team as far as wanting to see some kind of change, and some hands shaked, The Almighty talked about how WWE superstars work together to get along and help each other in a common goal of wanting to be happy. He also expressed hope that WWE can help with implementing real change. I'm pretty confident that we're going to be working towards the right direction. I think that WWE is going to definitely show their side of support that's needed across the board, and everybody else has shown support also. It's been awesome. I mean, there's some bad things of course going on, but we're more focusing on what's more important, and that's the resolution. As noted in an earlier video, some fans have criticized the WWE's condemnation of racial injustice, considering past angles that were racially charged and/or insensitive. However, this is an opportunity for the WWE to atone for these past mistakes and forge a new path. Next up, Adam Cole's NXT contract expiration date. Current NXT champion Adam Cole has been unstoppable, holding the NXT championship since 1st June 2019 and turning back an impressive array of opponents. However, could Cole's reign end because his NXT contract is about to expire? In an exclusive story at Wrestling Inc., Raj Giri reports, "We have also learned that NXT champion Adam Cole has yet to sign a new deal with WWE. Cole's contract expires in August, and one would assume that AEW would be interested in signing him. It's likely a number of promotions will want Cole on their roster, but where does Cole want to go, and who will make it worth his while to jump from the WWE? Not to mention his girlfriend being in AEW. Would he want to be more closer to her?" But whilst we're on the subject of NXT, there are some more possible NXT promotions. Wrestling Inc. also revealed 3 candidates for promotion from the Black and Gold brand to the main roster. Chelsea Green has also been discussed as a potential call-up according to the report from Wrestle Talk, however they noted that is not yet official. Wrestling Inc. has learned that Io Shirai and the Velveteen Dream are also being discussed to be called up to the main roster. Dream has been talked about for some time in terms of moving up to either Raw or Smackdown, and a loss to Cole at In Your House could be further evidence he's leaving. Both Chelsea Green and Io Shirai would be welcome additions to the women's division, particularly on Raw, which needs some mid-card and upper-card talent to round things out. Next up, Daniel Bryan wants to wrestle these superstars. Daniel Bryan was interviewed by Renee Young and CM Punk on the latest episode of WWE Backstage, and one of the questions was who he'd like to wrestle from the Smackdown roster. It's interesting because there's already guys that are on television that I would really want to work with in singles programs with. Number one who I think has been supremely underutilized is Biggie. Biggie, he's just an entertaining guy and he's so big and he's fast. I've had maybe about 2 or 3 singles matches with him. Every single one when I've been in the ring with him, how is this guy so good? He's good. As for Bryan's other blue brand opponent, the answer may surprise you. Another one is Gran Metalik because I love Lucha, and to me, he's one of the premier Lucha guys in the world. We don't just utilize him that often. Guys like that who are already on the main roster. There are a number of amazing performers in the WWE, but even with the recent talent purge, the roster only has so many spots every week for wrestlers to get their time. Gran Metalik is likely best left in the Lucha House Party, as the tag team is the best chance for them to get airtime besides jobbing. Next up, Triple H discusses the revival of In Your House. Longtime WWE fans recall the WWF's In Your House pay-per-views, 2-hour shows that aired between the promotion's big shows such as the Royal Rumble and Wrestlemania. It's been many years since the WWE used the In Your House title, but now it's back in NXT and Triple H explained just what led to its return. It was just the perfect timing because everyone's stuck in their house. The reaction to it was huge. You know, it's funny that we made the decision to name it In Your House, and it wasn't until we made the decision that it was pointed out to me that the date is like a couple of days away from the 25th anniversary of the first In Your House pay-per-view. It was all just a happy coincidence. Triple H also explained during the NXT TakeOver conference call, mentioning the possibility of In Your House returning somewhere down the road as an annual event. I think it all worked out great, and you know, I think we'll see it goes, and the enjoyment level and everything else, but it definitely could be something that comes back and we'll see what the enjoyment level is and everything else. If it's as good as I think it's gonna be, then I think people might demand it to come back, so we'll work on it. Are you guys planning to watch In Your House this weekend? Let us know in the comments down below. And finally, Roman Reigns' message to his fans. Roman Reigns has been gone from the WWE since just before WrestleMania 36, reportedly taking time off because he wanted to safeguard his family from the current health crisis. But that doesn't mean the big dog isn't anxious to get back into the ring. In a video message to his fans, Roman explained why he's been gone and how he wants to return.
Yeah, I want everybody to be safe. You know, obviously I want to be there. I've spent the last 10 years of my life dedicated to this trade, to this craft. Learning every single day, everything, you know, all the security that I have in my life now, to be able to protect my family and to be comfortable, it's because of our fan base. It's because of the WWE Universe. And I just want y'all to remember that I'm so thankful, so you know, grateful for everything that I've been able to earn and all the experiences that I've been able to go through, because it's been an amazing ride, and I can't wait to get back to normal and entertain on a weekly basis.
It's good to see Roman Reigns reaching out to his fans, and with any luck, he'll be back soon. In the meantime, the Blue brand has plenty of stars who are providing some entertaining matches and storylines. Do you guys miss Roman Reigns on television? Do you think it's better without him? Let us know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.